Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Today I'm doing a much anticipated video. I'm sharing with me the collection, the Mariah Carey collection from OPI, which is their Christmas winter collection for this year. And as most people of you know, they did a collaboration with Mariah Carey earlier this year, but this is a second one, just so you know. This contains 12 regular polishes, and that is a mix of creams, shimmers, glitters, one like big kind of glitters, and then there are 6 liquid sand polishes on top of that. So it is like a lot of polishes. The entire collection is 18 polishes. So sit down, relax, because I'm gonna show you the swatches right now, and this is gonna be a long video because there are so many polishes to go through, and I'm trying to be as thorough as possible but as quick as possible since there are so many polishes and I don't have time to talk for too long about each and every one. So stay tuned for the live swatches. So I thought I'd start with the red ones. There are tons of red ones in this collection, and this is like a maroon, a really deep red with a maroon touch, and this one has the name All I Want for Christmas is OPI. This is a really very opaque color, as you can see. Easy to work with, creamy texture, like the finish is really nice, great opacity. Beautiful color. Here you have one coat. And coat number 2 makes a difference in the opacity here, since you see that it deepens the color significantly, and also the opacity, the coverage. It's really beautiful. A little deeper maroon red. So here you have 2 coats of All I Want for Christmas is OPI. And next up is another red, and it's this beautiful deep ruby red with tons of pearlescent shimmer in it. It's really, really like Christmas red. It's really pretty. And this one has the name In My Santa Suit. It's really different when it comes to, compared to the other color. This is a lot more shimmer. It has a lot more shimmer in it. It's really, really pretty. I think that the shimmer makes it feel a bit more luxurious and a bit more holiday-like. And there you have one coat. And coat number 2 does make a difference on opacity and deepens the color a little too, but it is a truly beautiful holiday shimmery red. I really like this color, and I'm not much for reds actually. But here you have 2 coats of this beautiful color In My Santa Suit. And next we have this really deep red, like this spicy candy apple red, like candy, and it's really sparkly, and as you can see, really beautiful. And this one is the name Underneath the Mistletoe. When I first saw this color just in the bottles, I think this one was one of the ones that caught my attention the most to start with. But I haven't really put it onto my nails yet, so we're gonna see what it looks like onto the nails. No problem with application, really easy to work with. I think definitely in need of 2 coats. This is really beautiful, deeper, glittery red. Here you have one coat. And coat number 2, this should definitely deepen the color. And it sure does. As you can see, great difference in opacity and deeper color. Ooh, beautiful. You might have to be sure to apply an equal amount all over the nail, because I think, as you can see here, it really needs to be as thick all over, or it might have a different deeper color. Really big difference. On one coat, it looks a bit like pinkish color, pinkish red, but now when second coat is applied, it just looks like a really deep, glittery red. It's so beautiful. But here you have 2 coats of the color underneath the mistletoe. And here we have a really deep reddish violet color, and it has some pearlescent shimmer in it as well. It's really pretty and a really deep color. And this one is the name Cute Little Vixen. No problem with application here. Definitely in need of 2 coats though. It's really shimmery and pretty onto the nails, just as you can see in the bottle. I like that when what you see in the bottle is what you get onto the nails. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. Big difference in opacity, and also that deepens the color, especially these darker, deeper colors. Really makes a big difference on 2 coats. And here you have 2 coats of Cute Little Vixen, this reddish, violet, pinkish color. Now this one is a hard color to describe. I think it's like plumish, purpley, chocolatey brown top-ish. It's really interesting color, and I think it's quite interesting. It's going to be nice to see what it looks like onto the nails. And this one has the name Sleigh Ride for 2. So let's see how this looks onto the nail. Ooh, it looks a lot more brown, like chocolate kind of color onto at least the first coat. So it's going to be interesting to see coat number 2. Definitely in need of 2 coats. And here you have 1 coat. A little streaky as you can see, so definitely up for a second coat. And coat number 2 definitely deepens the color and covers completely. Because as you can see on 1 coat, it was a little bit streaky. It's a really interesting color. I don't know what I think about it. It's a cool color, but here you have 2 coats of Sleigh Ride for 2. And here is another color, deep color, and this is like a burgundy color. It looks just creamy with no shimmer or anything, but we're gonna see what it looks like onto the nails. And this one has the name Visions of Love. I think these colors were just really deep and with no shimmer. They're very easy to get you like a beautiful shiny nail. And on 1 coat it looks very reddish, but I think the second coat will make it a lot deeper and more on the burgundy side. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. This really deepens the color, as you can see. Great opacity and easy to work with. Love it. So here you have this really deep burgundy Visions of Love. And now onto some lighter shades with some shimmery ones. This is a beautiful, actually one of my absolute favorites from this collection. And it's like this golden, pearly, really, really beautiful and gorgeous. But this is like a You could use it alone, or you should preferably use it on top of another color. But I'm going to show you what it looks like on its own. And this one is the name Ski Slope Sweetie. When I first saw this color, I thought it was just so beautiful. Of course, you could use it as is, but on top of another color, it just really brings out the best in every color. It's so beautiful. Here you have one coat. And coat number 2. It covers pretty well for being such a pearlescent, like neutral tone, but it's beautiful. And here you have 2 coats of Ski Slope Sweetie. And here is a beautiful champagne silvery glitter, really sparkly and shimmery and just beautiful. And this one is the name My Favorite Ornament. This is just so shimmery and beautiful. And also a color, if you use it just one coat like this, you could apply on top of another color. But it covers actually, this one I've been playing around a little bit, and it covers really well on 2 coats, so you'll see shortly. This is just so beautiful, so glittery. And here you have 1 coat. Ah, I just love this color. And coat number 2. Now you can see that it's, if you just want really sparkly nails, it covers really well. And it's just so beautiful. Another favorite of mine from this collection. And here you have, look at that. Whew, so beautiful. 2 coats of My Favorite Ornament. This champagne silvery sparkly glitter. And here we have this kind of champagne bronzy golden tone with black hexagon small glitters, as you can see in the bottle, with flecks of shimmer. And this one is the name Wondrous Star. I really actually love the shimmery glittery ones in this collection in general. This one doesn't cover as well as My Favorite Ornament, but it's super pretty. And let's see what it looks like on 2 coats. But here we have 1 coat. And coat number 2, well, it covers a lot more on coat number 2, but it's still a little sheer. Well, it depends on the thickness of your coats. And of course, you could always apply a 3rd coat if you wanted even more, better coverage. But here you can see 2 coats of Wondrous Star. And here is a sparkly, goldy, bronzy glitter, really shimmery and pretty. And this one is the name All Sparkly and Gold. Very fitting and appropriate name. So let's see, compared to the other 2 glitters. This one also, it's a clear based one, but it looks as it has just a small tint of gold or brownish tone into the clear polish. Or if it's just me, I don't know. This looks a bit darker. And here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. Oh, we got a lot onto my brush there. Deepens it a lot more on coat number 2, as you can see, and it's really sparkly and pretty. Like I said, very appropriate name, Sparkly Gold. And there you have 2 coats of all sparkly and gold. And here is like this coffee espresso nutty brown color, or deep with some pearlescent shimmer. And this one has the name Warm Me Up. Got a lot on my brush there. This is a really shimmery, like I said, kind of like espresso color. Coffee bean. There you have 1 coat, definitely in need of 2. And coat number 2 deepens the coloring and makes it a little bit more gunmetal. At least that's what I think it looks like, a little bit like grayish brown. And here you have 2 coats of Warm Me Up. And last of the regular polishes among the glitters and the shimmer and the creams, we have this Disco Light confetti glitter. As you can see, they're like multi-dimensional in color. They are rounded, but they still have some shapes inside of the round. I don't know how to describe it, but this is a really cool with a clear base. And this one is the name I Know You Love Me. This is definitely a color that should be applied on top of another color. Oh, as you can see, I couldn't get a single confetti on there. These are a little bit hard to work with, but when you get the hang of it and move some of those confettis around, it will look pretty. But as I said, it's definitely a polish you should wear on top of another color. And just bring out the glitter. There you have 1 coat with 3 glitters on top of them all. And let's try on a second coat. See if I can get as many as possible of those Disco Light confetti. It's really hard to work with these kind of large glitters since the clear base comes along with it too. But you just have to work with it a little, or you could use a toothpick and like bring out a piece, some of the polish onto a piece of paper. I think that might be easier. But here you have try to do 2 coats of this glitter, like this Disco Light confetti. I Know You Love Me. And now onto the liquid sand polishes. This is a really silvery, shimmery liquid sand. And it has the name, it's Frosty Outside. I love all of these liquid sand polishes. They have good coverage. Of course, 2 coats are needed. And I must say I'm really a big fan of the liquid sand texture. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely give it a go. Here you have 1 coat. It's Frosty Outside. And coat number 2. Now it's really silvery and shimmery and beautiful. And there you go. Here you have 2 coats of It's Frosty Outside, this liquid sand. But I'm going to show you also, wait a couple of minutes. I think it's about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you will see the liquid sand textured effect. And here you can see with the liquid sand effect. And next liquid sand is this blush pink, this rosy, pretty pink. And this one has the name Silent Stars Go By. Just any normal liquid sand formula. The texture will come when it dries. And there you have one coat. And coat number 2. And there you have 2 coats of this blush rosy pink called Silent Stars Go By. And here you can see the liquid sand effect when it has dried. And next up is another rosy pink liquid sand. This is a little darker than the first one. You see it's not a huge difference, so I might say you might not need to have both unless you're a huge fan of them and want the different, because this is a little bit lighter and this is a little bit darker, but they are very close, but it's really pretty. And this one has the name Make Him Mine. I think when you see it onto the nail, you can see that it is slightly darker, even though they look very similar in the bottle. Here you have one coat. And coat number 2. So there you have 2 coats of the liquid sand Make It Mine, and I will be right back to show you with the liquid sand effect. And here you can see with the liquid sand effect. And next is this lilac purple liquid sand, and it has the name Baby Please Come Home. Really pretty lilac purple, like a cool tone. And there you have one coat. And coat number 2. That was a lot on my brush. This deepens the color a little, as you can see, and it makes it look and come out more purple as it is. It's really pretty. And there you have 2 coats of the color Baby Please Come Home. And I will be right back to show you with the liquid sand effect. And here you can see with the liquid sand effect. And here we have this frosty blue liquid sand, really cool kind of blue actually. And it has the name Kiss Me at Midnight. When I first saw this, I thought of the first blue liquid sand that was in the other Mariah Carey collection from earlier this year, but it's a completely different kind of blue, and I can show you in comparison. But I'm sure you can tell if you've seen the other color. But here you have one coat. And coat number 2. And there you go. And you have 2 coats of this really cool kind of blue Kiss Me at Midnight. And I'll be right back to show you what it looks like with the liquid sand effect when it has dried. And here you can see it with the liquid sand effect when it has dried. It's a really cool kind of blue. And here I thought I'd show you just before I show you the pictures. This is the one I just showed you, Kiss Me at Midnight. And this is the one, Get Your Number, from the Mariah Carey collection from earlier this year. This one is a lot darker and it has different kinds of glitters. It's a lot more shimmery, like glittery. And this one is more like a frosty, almost like an icy kind of blue. So if you like your blues and your liquid sands, you're gonna love them both. And next up, last but not the least, is this really black, it's a liquid sand too, but let's see if it is as black onto the nail as we see it into the bottle. And this one has the name Emotions. Inside of this, you can see it has some small black glitters, but it's not very glitter, it's more like grains. Definitely in need of 2 coats. It doesn't cover as well on one. And here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. Big difference in opacity. I think it's amazing that it can be such a huge difference just on 2 coats. It's crazy. As you see right now, it looks really, really black. So here you have 2 coats of the color Emotions, and I will be right back to show you what it looks like when it has dried and it has the liquid sand effect. And here you can see with the liquid sand effect. It's kind of cool actually. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed these swatches. This collection will be out in stores around November, but I've heard rumors that they are already out in some places. So I thought that's crazy, right? I mean, already in September, since this is the Christmas collection, and I think the fall collection is like out now, or well, no, I think it came out in August, but anyway, it's still fall. Fall has just come and we still are looking for, I mean, we're looking for Christmas collections, winter collections already. I think it's hilarious, but that's how it is in this business, as you know. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for other videos to come, and take care everyone. I will see you soon again. Bye bye.